Hello world, and welcome back to another episode of Tech Retreat. So it looks like we've... Hello Thunder. So it looks like we've exceeded our capacity for this flash boiler. As you can see from my power monitor, and this was different a second ago, figures. The average input was sufficient for my average output a bit ago. It was using 300 RF or so. So my steam dynamos were working just fine, producing enough power, but as you can see, we're completely out of steam. Now, since last episode, I had a problem with the coal farm. I had moved it way back that way and expanded it out so I could get more coal in, and for some reason trees weren't growing, or I don't know if it was too far away. The chunk was loaded. I don't know what happened, but I updated this system to use lava instead, using a volcanic furnace from Ganny's Nether and a transfer node to pull cobblestone into here. So it's completely power-free lava gen. And what happens here basically is it's the same principle as the coal, but we switched it out for lava. So this will import empty buckets from the flash boiler and then export full buckets back into the flash boiler. When it reaches a certain steam level, it basically shuts off this export, so the bucket will wait in here, and then when it gets below a certain steam level, it pulls it back in. So this is a lot nicer. It's not having to rely on any kind of power to generate it. Like with the coal farm, we had the harvester and the planter drawing power, so it was actually reducing the total amount of power that this could output. I moved some things around and pulled this down here, so we now have a total of 8 dynamos, but it seems like 8 of them rolling full capacity is enough to bring this down. So we'll probably run out of power soon. The usage is decreased, so if I leave it at this level, it'll probably build back up over time. So we're going to have to look into alternate power sources. I think I have enough Yellorium to do a big reactor at this point, but for this episode I need to get into the ore processing, because I'm really needing more out of what I have. As you can see, I also updated this area here to use volcanic furnaces so that we're not using power. I think this is actually causing a lot of lag. Since I put those in, things have been a little jerky. So I don't know if it's this or that. I also did some work in here and cleaned it up a bit. I now have some auto crafting going on as far as the dust is being auto crafted. And I should probably put in some hidden doors. I've got myself... Hello, sheep. Sorry about that. I got a molecular assembler set up that's basically crafting my seeds for me, and the seed production is actually dropped down here. I was thinking about moving all the auto crafting down here, but decided not to. I've got this charger. Basically, if you put a Certus quartz in here, it'll make it a charged Certus quartz. So I've got an interface set up. I don't know if I can click on it. There we go. To create charged Certus quartz. Basically, it'll push in the Certus quartz, and then the Ender IO takes the charged Certus quartz and puts it back in the interface. So down here is the seed production, and this is actually an inventory cable. It's a cable bundle, I believe. And it is a cable cluster. So basically a cable cluster can take these different types of cables and combine them into one block. So what I have on it is the rapid item valve and a camo cable camouflage. So I can basically set this to look like any other block I want. So I went with some glass. So this is actually the rapid item valve that looks like glass, and it'll pick that stuff up. the setup for dropping it in here is pretty much the same, except I added a power off feature, and let me see if I can. I'll have to put everything back. Ouch. So right here is a toggle bus. Basically, when this receives power, it'll turn on everything on the cable following it. So right here is my redstone emitter. If I need to make anything, it'll check if there's any seeds in the pool. If there are seeds in the pool, it'll turn this whole thing on, and then when it picks up the quartz, it'll turn it back off. So these guys use massive amounts of power, so keeping them off is a good idea. Let me see if I can fix up that wall some. So yeah, that's my auto crafting. I did expand out the crafting processor thing. I don't know what the coprocessor does, but it sounded cool, so I threw it in there. And then I think I've got a total of 4 1K processors, or yeah, maybe I only went with the 2 1K processors. Let me get that back in here. So basically, I can auto craft seeds, the quartz crystals. I can auto craft the dust. So I've got the basic auto crafting set up, and this is actually all auto crafted now as well. It's the same setup, except now it'll just pump when I need them. It'll just pump the. Well, that was not supposed to happen. Did I get everything back? Alright, so let's see. Here's how you set up covered cables and stuff, I guess. You need to put the facade on first and then the ME interface, so that way they can both exist right there. Otherwise it's not gonna work out quite right. Anyway, as you can see, I had a bunch of recipes crafted up for the various processor parts as well, and they just go in there, and it works basically the same. So whenever the processor, whenever it requests a certain kind of thing, it just dumps the stuff in here. The Steve's Factory Manager does this exact same process, except now I have the silicone auto crafting out of here, basically everything auto crafting out of here. And once one of the circuits, one of the processors hit this chest, it's taken and shoved into an ME interface. So yeah, so basically all the things that we had before are now set up to auto craft, and this is gonna fill up pretty fast. I'm gonna have to look at making more drives, but for this episode, let's get started with Mekanism. So what we'll need to do, and I just made up some osmium and some more iron. So what we'll want to do here is, I guess, start off with the infuser, metallurgic infuser. Hey, I can spell it. How about that? And we'll need 2 furnaces. Definitely much nicer having AE once again. And we'll actually probably want 2 of those, because we need to be able to create steel and I don't remember what else. This is going to be a relearning process for me. So in addition to the metallurgic infuser, we'll want a smelter. We should probably just go with the basic factory right off the bat, but we still need to make these pieces. So steel casing is going to require steel, so that's one of the things we're going to need the metallurgic infuser for, unless we have a better way to make it. Not electrical steel, not dark steel. How about just steel? That doesn't work. What other types do we have? Tinker's Construct steel. So yeah, this is just gonna be manilium, or not manilium, but manganese and iron. So I do have some manganese, so we could probably make up what we can here, but Tinker's Construct Mekanism adds its own steel recipes, if I could find it. basically it's coal and iron, so I won't bother messing around with that right now. And energized smelters, so we got that. They changed the recipe for basic control circuits. Wonderful. Alright, so we guess we'll have to set up our metallurgic infuser already. This stuff here is going to get replaced, basically. I don't know if I want to do this yet. Where do I want to stick it? Well, let's go in here, I suppose. I should have probably stuck that one more out. Oh well. Let's put him there and him there, I guess, for now. And get some power going. There it is. I have it on me. No. Ooh, I'm gonna need more conduit. Do I have enough? Yes. Alright, so those guys are going. So we're gonna need some redstone. Oh, I was meaning to get more redstone between episodes. I think I have some from the Nether. Where would it be? Nether area. There we go. So what do we want to do with this? Ooh, grindstone, cool. Pulverizer. I don't have a pulverizer right now. Might be worth making a pulverizer though. So how can we do? Enrichment chamber. Sag mill. Looks like it might be worth making a pulverizer. And what do we need for that? Ooh, electrum, invar. Silver and gold is electrum, and I don't have enough. Alright, well, I can make some. And as you can see, I've been holding off actually making any of this stuff. Is that only going to make me one? I don't think it's a 1-to-1 ratio. Ooh, let's get that out of there. Oh, nether quartz. I'll show you that here in a bit. I actually have that auto crafting. We want alloys, silver and gold. There we go. Yep, 1-to-1. Okay. Well, that's good. And I think we needed some more invar. But we'll see. Electrum. And a pulver. Am I not making a pulverizer basic? Why all the recipes? Okay, well, I guess we didn't need an invar ingot. What am I making here? Oh, machine frame basic. Oh, these recipes are kind of crazy. Frame basic. Tin gear. Okay, well, we probably didn't need that. Awesome. And pistons and copper gears. And we were making the machine frame. And I guess I need a piston. And a pulverizer is what we have. Okay. You know what? This was stupid, wasn't it? Oh. Because I'm getting 16 out of it, but I'm getting 16 because I get 2 out of that. You know, if my math were better, Okay, let's disable this because I don't think we want it to go back through here. Alright, and we can put it through here. Or, no, we need to smelt it first, of course. That's why. Alright, so redstone we will have shortly, so... well, I can use the pulverizer for other things, I'm sure. So what I've done here is, obviously the tree farm's gone, because we don't need it anymore. We've got plenty of rubber, so we don't need to worry about that. And what we've got here is quartzberry bushes from Ganny's Nether. These guys grow on tilled netherrack, and basically you can only till netherrack with a diamond or gold hoe, and the irrigation it needs is lava. I don't know if this is actually doing anything or not, but it's being supplied with water, so I don't know if it's speeding these up or not. But basically I've got my farming station set up. It's not actually using the hose durability, so that's nice. It's replanting these crops and everything, so this is all working pretty good. Now to show you what I did to process it is right here. So basically it's importing the quartzberry bushes here and outputting it to this B-space barrel, and I have glass being auto-produced back there because I needed it anyway, going into a B-space barrel, and both of those are going into a production table. So this guy's basically got a crafting table with an auto crafter and a production speed boost, and then down here we have auto transfer, which can suck it out of these barrels without needing any pipes, a filter, which we don't actually need, a solar generator so that it can be powered by the sun. Basically I don't need to run any power to it. Works pretty well. It doesn't work at night obviously, but for the rate at which it's producing, it's sufficient. And transfer capacity, just because I really probably actually didn't need it because it's not really in demand that much. It can keep up, but I upgraded it anyway. So this is just basically auto crafting the nether quartz for me, and it's working pretty well actually. So hopefully we don't have to worry too much about that, because going to the nether to get that nether quartz was getting tedious. Excuse me. Anywho, let's see if we got some redstone going here, because we're gonna need plenty. And I have the benefit of getting some other resources. Let's so I don't know if you noticed this, in the latest version of Ender IO you can actually add in extra things to increase your probability of getting secondary items. Currently it accepts flint and dark steel balls, so I don't have a whole lot of dark steel, so I'm not going to bother with dark steel balls at this point. So alright, so we've got our casing. We need some blocks of redstone, so let's just do that for now. And we were making the smelter, so we got all that. We need these, so it's osmium. We actually probably want the compressed. The compressed stuff will be more efficient. So we need an enrichment chamber with we're going to need an enrichment chamber anyway at some point. No, well that's circular. Okay. So we need osmium ingots and redstone. So let's make up. Let's go a little large on that, I guess. I'm not exactly sure how much of this we're gonna need. And we stick it in here, and this is probably gonna want some speed upgrades at some point. Yeah, let's look at that right now. Oh, I did see it. It's right there. Oh, yeah, we gotta get into the other piece, redstone and iron. Well, I guess we can get some of that going too. Because we're gonna need those. And let's just go ahead and blow through it all. Redstone and iron. Alright, so that's going to take a while. Well, we can get started with the smelter, I guess. Energize smelter. Go. Yeah, I need to take down some of those redstone blocks. I really do need to get back out and doing some mining. Hopefully we have what we need to complete this, at least. Smelter. So maybe we should, you know, let's not go for the factories right now. Let's just see if we have enough resources to get the normal stuff. So we need a smelter, we need a crusher. Lava buckets. Oh, we need another one of these. I have one, but I have no more buckets. There's my crafting grid. Okay, lava. I think I can get it out of here. Not that one. This one will have some lava. Thank you. Let's really get that piping into... Oh, I had a tank up there already. I need to empty. Oh well, sound like it's in short supply. So there's our crusher. We need that enrichment chamber for sure. Which means we need another steel casing. Need some more of those. And I believe we need one more machine, and it's slipping my mind. I think it's purifying. Oh, what's that? Change the recipes a little, it looks like. Okay. So we need to make 2 of those. Purification chamber. Oh. Machine block. Oh, we need an enrichment chamber on top of that. That's annoying. Actually, now I'm wondering if it's not the purification we need. We'll make it. We're gonna, at some point we're gonna do the 5x, so we're gonna want it anyway. We're actually gonna need all of them, so at some point, so we have all of that. Now, if I went in here and just look at the machines, I'd probably be able to figure it out. Crusher, right? Yep, we got that. Purification, yep. Yeah, I'm betting that's probably what we want. So now I'm gonna have to remember how this goes, and I know we can set up a 4x4. I think it goes purification, Let's wall that up. So I think it goes purification. And we want it over 1. It's gotta go reverse order here. Purification, crusher, enrichment, smelter. Okay. So I think we need, for the purification, we need a supply of oxygen, I believe. I don't know. Let's get this going. Let's just get it set up. We'll figure it out as we go. So we want this to auto eject to the left. Red is inputs, blue is outputs. So let's just do that for now. So we want red from this direction. We want blue to go that way. Auto eject. Auto eject. And then we want red, blue. Auto eject. And then we want red. And we'll just leave it there for now. Red, blue. Okay, so we're... God. I tried to defeat this scenario. Oh, hey, it worked. So what I have here is, because I hate those imp guys, and I have a spike here and a spike underneath. So I'm hoping when these guys spawn, they're just going to get killed by the spikes, and then I don't have to listen to them endlessly. But obviously, it still lasts too long. So we need power. We need more conduit. Where is that sound coming from? And we're gonna need to make more of this. Hey, I actually have some. Oh, gonna need more. Alright. Power for the people. Okay, so in order to make hydrogen, we're going to need a hydrolytic separator, I believe. Electrolytic separator, sorry. We're going to need osmium dust. Okay, we probably need iron dust too, I believe. I'm running low on iron. I better not use all of that. And let's sag it up. Is it coming from over here? Where is that coming from? Oh, there's a lava pool down under there too. I don't think I did that with it. That's annoying. I'll have to do that. Let me turn down the sounds then. Hopefully I don't get set upon by some angry zombies or something. Okay. And that didn't actually turn it down, did it? Oh, good, it did. Okay. Alright, so we were grinding stuff, weren't we? Hey, we got plenty of redstone now. Excellent. Need to set up another terminal over there. So, I watched some videos on applied energistics, and we actually didn't need this ME controller to get started. Basically, Applied Energistics 2 has this whole concept of channels, and as long as you have fewer than 8 machines on a network, 8 or less, I guess, you're okay to run it without even without a controller. You could just use an energy cell. having a controller gives you 32 channels per side on the controller, so you can have basically 32 machines running off of, you know, up, down, left, right, back, front. So we didn't need that guy actually, and then this whole thing counts as one channel, so you can put as many drives in it as you want. So just getting this basic setup going, it didn't require that. So oh well, we made it anyway. No worse for the wear. We're making an electro. ELECTRO, electrolytic separator. Ah, now what am I missing? Cold, of course. 10 sounds like a good number. Yeah, I really want to get food production set up, because having to run back every now and then to make these things is annoying. At least I've got the feasts to keep me fed longer. It's something. Come on. Let's get going. Alright. Bam. So, I guess I should have just put it right in there. So there's that, and it looks like we're going to need more. We have more. We should probably make 2, just to get prepared for the factory part of it. Dope. Oh, I still have them in my inventory, don't I? And then we need, actually, Ender.io. I think Ender.io has transport for Mekanism now. What is it called? Oh, I swear I saw it, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Finally. Here it is, gas conduit. Wow, that's kind of expensive. Well, at least we don't need a whole lot of it, I guess. Really, it requires quite clear glass? Well, guess what? I have quite clear glass. Yes, sweet, finally. This I like. We're actually going to need pressurized fluid conduit, and we should actually probably make a reservoir. And we're going to need 2. And of course, another quartz. We have another quartz. So we need 4 for each piece. Hey now, let's just brew up half of that. Did something just drop on me? Yeah. So we want this to smelt alloys, another quartz. And we need 4 pieces. And this doesn't move fast enough. Wish I had some other things to do while we were doing this, but I waited specifically for ore processing for this episode. So we'll just tough it out. Now let's make sure it's using glass and not quite clear glass. Alright, now we need 2 buckets of water, which is under here. Nah. And let's put that back before I fall in. So, to get the... Come on now. Alright. The step assist really gets me sometimes. Let's do something nice looking. Maybe. So if you haven't used a reservoir, basically you just stuff 2 buckets of water in here and you're set. Acts as an infinite water source. Then we want our electrolytic separators, like such, and we want the, I think we want the oxygen. Yeah, we'll take a look at it in a second. Also need to run power over here. So let's maybe pull it down from underneath. There we go. It would figure that I do not have the sufficient conduit for our task at hand. Darn it. So we need redstone. Yet again, we need redstone, but we have plenty of that. We need iron. Let me get that set up and I'll be right back. And we're back. Alright, so this episode's running long. We're at 30 minutes, so let's hurry up and finish this guy. But first, I doubled up the smelters. This was draining fast, and this guy was going down. But now we're good. We've got all of those steam dynamos fully activated and supplied with steam. This guy I haven't fully tested out, so I gotta keep an eye on him later just to make sure he doesn't blow up. I went ahead and cleaned up the area back there and ran some conduit through some facades, got my carpenter's door. So this area is looking a lot nicer, and I've got our electrolytic separator set up and I've got our cables made, and I think we're ready to go. So we need to hook oxygen up to this purification chamber. So let's run this up through here. And I'm going to be a little upset if I don't have enough. And bam! Alright. Let's see, we need to get that one there and hook him up. There we go. Alright, so this guy should be getting oxygen. Alright. We got power, so let's test this guy out. And we're purifying. This is going to be slow. Between episodes I'll speed this guy up, get some upgrades on there, and maybe some automation set up. Crushing, enriching. Alright, and smelting. Come on, smelter. There we go. So now we have ore tripling. So I'm going to feel a little bit more comfortable throwing things through here, knowing that I'm getting 3 out of each ore. Obviously we need to improve this. There's quintupling we can do, what is it? 4x ore processing we can do, but we need the salinization plant. But I think next episode, in order to power all of this stuff, we need a much bigger supply of power. So we're going to go ahead next episode, I think, and set up the big reactor and get that going. And then probably the 5x ore processing after that. So leave a like or subscribe, and have a good one, guys.